Which cryptocurrency is being attacked by the SEC after XRP? How long will crypto holders believe in Ripple? How much will XRP cost in mid-2020? 3. We will answer all these questions in today's video. The blockchain company Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, seem to be nearing the end of their legal battle, according to a growing consensus in the cryptocurrency world. The case's resolution is widely anticipated to affect the future course of crypto market regulation, particularly with regard to securities categorization. As of March 27, a tweet from pro-Ripple attorney John Deaton predicted that a decision will be issued by the court within the next several weeks, if not this week. Deaton claims there is nothing to lose for XRP even if the SEC prevails, since the coin offers the best risk-reward. But he said that if Ripple prevails, the fact that XRP is not a security would be established, and the token's value will rise. According to Fox Business, attorneys involved in the case have hinted that the legal conflict might terminate in the next days, thus increasing the likelihood of the summary judgment date. Deaton has encouraged the crypto community to see the lawsuit as an assault on the whole digital asset market and not just a Ripple problem, since he expects the contentious Heinemann speech emails will be opened on the basis of being judicial records. On March 23, defense attorney James Phelan tweeted that the SEC had sent its answer to the defendants in Ripple's letters requesting permission to rely on Bittner and Voyager as additional authority. According to the SEC's reaction, the letter included random thoughts, excerpts from the judge's concurring judgment in the Bittner case, and an order confirming the bankruptcy plan in the Voyager case. However, the regulator said that the extracts do not give any grounds to reject the SEC's move for summary judgment, despite the defendants' claims that they bolster their fair notice position. The SEC's answer to the Bittner case raises some fair concerns, Ripple supporter and lawyer Jeremy Hogan argues. But the regulator's effort to argue against the Voyager judge's finding on the perceived uncertainties of the crypto realm is smirkable. The answer, he said, renders the Bittner judgment moot, but the Voyager judge's judgment is still in effect for Ripple. Both sides are convinced they will prevail in court, so a settlement is a significant development. Bill Morgan, an attorney from Australia, said that all chance of a settlement was eliminated after seeing the SEC's response letter. In recent weeks, the XRP community has been quite optimistic. The price of XRP shot up as optimism about Ripple's chances of winning its lawsuit against the U.S. suit against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, reached new heights. But CNBC Mad Money commentator Jim Cramer's recent comments that the SEC may lose its lawsuit against Ripple have given the community more cause for anxiety. Cramer is heard saying in the video that has gone viral on crypto Twitter, SEC says, look, they're generating securities day after day after day. There's a Ripple case. They may not even win the Ripple case. But the Binance is very, very different. It's important to put the pundits' forecasts in perspective by remembering that history shows his projections seldom come true in either the conventional or cryptocurrency markets. One reason is because, inadvertently, he promotes the buy high, sell low strategy. Recently, he has put his trust in Silicon Valley Bank and First Republic Bank, which turned out to be a mistake. The former went bankrupt earlier this month, and First Citizens is buying it up. The latter, on the other hand, is seeking to plug a $12 billion hole in its balance sheet before it can go back on the market. While Inverse Cramer has already dismissed XRP as a scam, the XRP community hasn't had anything to worry about until recently. Cramer's comments that Ripple had a chance of winning the SEC action prompted a price drop in XRP, according to attorney John E. Deaton, who is representing thousands of XRP holders as a friend of the court in the case. After hearing Deaton's comments, a local resident dubbed Cramer's backing the kiss of death. After many days of double-digit percentage increases, XRP is now down 1.39% in the previous 24 hours, using the adage even a broken clock is right twice a day. Another commenter expressed hope that Cramer's forecast in the Ripple would be one of the rare times the pundit would be true. Someone other argued that it doesn't matter since the pundit didn't say it with his customary conviction. Yet he still thought it was a narrow escape. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, charged Ripple and its officials with violations of securities laws in 2020 for using proceeds from the sale of XRP to finance the company's operations. It said that the blockchain payments business should have filed paperwork to get the asset officially recognized. The prolonged legal struggle has waited for a verdict for almost 2 years. ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood has shared her thoughts on the verdict. According to her analysis, the SEC is likely to lose the lawsuit. Yet she offers no justification for this assumption. In a recent interview, Wood detailed the SEC's previous court defeats, saying, "It looks that the SEC could be on the road to losing the Ripple lawsuit as well." It's important to note that recent court decisions seem to side with the blockchain payments startup in the ongoing legal struggle. According to the news outlet, Ripple's chief legal officer Stuart Alderodi said the company's confidence increased with each ruling after Daubert motions were dismissed by Judge Annalisa Torres. In addition, Ripple has recently filed letters wherein it cites decisions from other cases that support its fair notice defense. The SEC has apparently answered these letters at long last. The judge in Voyager's bankruptcy case made certain words that were used in Ripple's response, but analysts remarked that the response did nothing to undermine Ripple's claims. As a friend of the court, attorney John E. Deaton represents thousands of XRP holders in the ongoing legal dispute, and he has informed the community that a verdict on so-called summary judgment is imminent. Wood's recent comments were made in response to questions regarding the feasibility and time frame of a U.S. Bitcoin spot ETF being authorized by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Using quotes from judges in the Grayscale appeal, the head of ARK Invest criticized the commission for being inconsistent in their approval of Bitcoin ETF products. As was mentioned in a prior piece, courts questioned the SEC's rationale for approving a futures ETF, but rejecting a spot ETF despite both having similar fraud safeguards. As a result, Wood believes that Grayscale will get a favorable verdict in June. She said the SEC would have to decide between rescinding its approval of the Bitcoin futures product or allowing the Grayscale spot ETF. You may recall that Wood's ARK Invest, in conjunction with 21 shares, has twice filed an application for a Bitcoin spot. SEC has twice denied the offering, most recently in January.